we're touching down at San Francisco International Airport. In this video, I will be sharing my one-week San Francisco itinerary with a short pit stop in Silicon Valley and Stanford University. Let's go! Silicon Valley is known for its high concentration of tech companies and progressive energy, making it the ideal breeding ground for innovation and an attractive spot for startups, venture capital firms, and investors. It is located in the southern part of the San Francisco Bay Area. We're here in Palo, Alto, and are heading to a little garage on 367 Addison Avenue. Now, this is not just a random garage. William Hewlett and David Packard founded Hewlett & Packard in this garage in 1939, after following their professors' encouragement to start their own tech companies in the area instead of joining established firms in the East. It is considered to be one of the birthplaces of Silicon Valley and is now a California historical landmark. Unfortunately, it is not open for public tours. Next, we're heading to a location that claims to be the true birthplace of Silicon Valley. This place here on 391 San Antonio Road in Mountain View was where William Shockley founded the Shockley Semiconductor Laboratory in 1955. This is where the silicon part of Silicon Valley comes from. It was the first company in the area to research and produce silicon-based semiconductors. These giant transistors and diodes were set up as a memorial alongside a plaque illustrating how the firm laid the foundation for the tech revolution in this area, with many of Shockley's former employees going on to found notable companies. There are lots of new developments going on in the area, an interesting place to explore. We are approaching Stanford University, a place of creativity and innovation, founded in 1885, that sits right next to Palo Alto. Let's take a look around the campus. The place has a really nice and peaceful energy to it. Okay, we're heading to San Francisco. If you are planning to stay in the city, I'd recommend not to rent a car, as San Francisco is notorious for its car break-ins. It is pretty easy to get around with public transport. You can download the Clipper card and load it with money to get around. car would be useful if you're planning to head out of San Francisco, like if you want to explore Silicon Valley properly. But there are also a few shuttles and buses available to certain locations. We are arriving in San Francisco and are going to start by exploring the heart of the city, Union Square and downtown. Union Square is surrounded by hotels, restaurants, coffee shops, and forms the retail hub of the city with its high street and high-end stores. Here, between Market and Powell Street, is where you will find the old cable cars heading up the hill to Chinatown and Fisherman's Wharf. During your visit, you will most likely come across these bizarre cars all over the city. These are self-driving cars, and some of them, like Waymo, already offer taxi services backed up with human drivers. They are restricted to lower speed in traffic areas and don't function in rain or heavy fog. San Francisco is known for its privately owned public open spaces, also referred to as POPOS. The one we'll be going to now is located on top of the Crocker Galleria retail space. Here you will find this relaxing terrace. Next, we'll be heading to one of my favourite spots, a lovely public roof park that is located on top of the Salesforce Transit Center, which is a bus terminal in downtown San Francisco. On top of this building you will find the Salesforce Park, with walking trails, peaceful places to enjoy your lunch, a play area, an amphitheatre, event spaces, and lots of really nicely curated plants. Spend a day exploring art and architecture in the city. The Yerba, Buena and SoMa district have the highest concentration of art institutions and great architecture. Here we are at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, which is a Mario Botta building, with the new white extension in the back designed by Snojeta. It is currently showcasing Mexican artist Diego Rivera's work from the 1920s to the mid-1940s. Right next to the museum, you will find the beautiful Yerba Buena gardens. In the SoMa district, you will also find the Oracle Park, home of San Francisco's Giants, the local baseball team. Watch a baseball game whilst enjoying lovely views of the bay. The Coit Tower is a 1933 Art Deco tower built of reinforced concrete and features fresco murals on the inside. It is located in Pioneer Park in the Telegraph Hill neighborhood and is a great spot for panoramic views of the city, Golden Gate Bridge and the bay. The tower is a memorial for the volunteer firemen who died in San Francisco's 5 major fires. Back at Powell Street, hop in the historic cable car over to Fisherman's Wharf. This is the PH line, which passes the picturesque houses of Nob Hill, the famous Lombard Street in Russian Hill, and ends at Fisherman's Wharf. The Ferry Building is a Beaux Arts-style terminal for ferries that opened in 1898. The landmark contains a food hall and a marketplace with local and independent stalls. Next, we'll be heading over to Fisherman's Wharf, whilst passing some of the piers along the way, and enjoying a delicious chowder and lovely bay views in this quieter spot. You will see it will get pretty busy further down. Fisherman's Wharf used to be the centre of San Francisco's historic fishing industry. Today it is a commercial area that attracts many visitors. Pier 39 is an especially busy and touristy place with lots of restaurants and attractions. I'm here for the sea lions. The mammals began gathering around the Quay dock shortly after the earthquake in 1989, and thanks to the Marine Mammal Center, have been allowed to stay. The walk along Fisherman's Wharf offers great views over the bay, Golden Gate Bridge and Alcatraz. If you like chocolate, then you might like the Ghirardelli Square, which is located at the end of Fisherman's Wharf. Here you can try the chocolate in lots of different forms. we'll continue on walking along the coast, through the aquatic park, all the way to Fort Mason. Fort Mason is a former military port located in the northern Marina district. The upper Fort Mason area has a nice coastal tray and meadow, and lower Fort Mason is home to the Fort Mason Center, an arts and culture area with programs and events. There are also weekly truck night markets in the warmer months, and lots of nice bars to hang out in the evenings. In the Marina district is also where you will find the Palace of Fine Arts. This monumental structure was originally created as a temporary exhibition space for the Panama Pacific International Art Exposition in 1915. As the locals and visitors loved it so much, the city decided to keep it, and it's now a lovely relaxation spot and a great venue for events. Yes, it is true that you might bump into naked people on your trip to San Francisco. So don't be surprised. One of the most iconic sights of San Francisco is undoubtedly the Golden Gate Bridge. It stretches over 1.6 kilometers and marks the point where the bay meets the Pacific Ocean. The Golden Gate Bridge was the longest suspension bridge in the world when it was constructed in 1937 and was named one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. You can drive over the bridge, cycle or walk it. At the southern end of the bridge, you will find the Fort Point National Historic Site. It is true that San Francisco's weather is very moody. You could eat an ice cream in the sun on one side of the bay, and at the other end you'll find yourself being rained upon and blown away. I'd recommend always to bring lots of layers with you. Golden Gate Park. This large rectangular-shaped park is the ideal nature escape and has lots of different elements to it. Here you will find botanical gardens, beautiful lakes, the AIDS Memorial Grove, sports fields, the Young Museum, amongst other things. San Francisco has lots of great hiking options, from the hilly Buena Vista Park, known as the oldest official park in San Francisco, to the great coastal walks with amazing views. beaches are also worth adding to your hiking itinerary, and if you don't mind the cold, you could combine it with a quick dip into the Pacific Ocean. The walks around some of the well-maintained neighbourhoods are also pretty nice. The Mission District is a vibrant neighbourhood with a diverse and creative community, lots of restaurants, bars and small businesses. The neighbourhood has an unusual microclimate, which means that it's often warmer and sunnier than other parts of the city. Start your evening on the hillside of Mission Dolores Park. Later on, enjoy some live music, like this one organised by MAP, the Mission Arts Performance Project, or check out the bars and restaurants. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And feel free to check out some of my other videos.